Hey everybody, clearing. Okay, so tonight we are going to get into a reading on building together with our person. So this can be energetically at this point. It can also be if you're in minimal communication, and it can be if you are in closer communication. So the energy is going to relate to the dynamics at this time, the energetic potentials available to utilize. I'm feeling I may get some messages depending on which stage of union you are in. Various messages will come through for all of the divine counterparts moving forward energetically or in the 3D, in the material realm. So thank you, Divine Creator. What can we see about building together, foundation building, progress? Thank you, Divine Creator, for using me as a channel of only the highest, most beneficial information coming through for the incredibly beautiful counterparts that join me here. So let's see. Yeah, I'm actually going to do another Spine of Fire chakra reading. So all the main chakra levels, and see feminines on the left this time. And second deck, so 2 decks for the feminines, 2 for the masculines. What can we see for collaboration? Where are the counterparts all at regarding the various levels and teamwork? What needs to be seen by all of the counterparts at this time? Masculines. So I'm just hearing my guides saying, make sure you remind them about the sacral chakra axis that's been coming up in the energy lately. Now, that is the sexual spiritual axis on our sacral chakra. That is talking about when we're coming into mastery, being able to tell the difference between when something is being spiritualized that is sexual and when something spiritual is being sexualized. Mastery is that fine line of being able to remove sexual tension, take mystique out of lust, all that kind of thing. So because we're clearing that as divine counterparts and therefore actually becoming qualified to truly match with another, that convoluted mess of energies is beginning to streamline on the planet. And now we're going to be teaming up in incredible duos for the greater good on the planet. So let's get into some of this energy. Crown chakra, what are we getting? Reciprocity and joy, playfulness and pleasure. Beautiful. So this is, I heard lady's choice, but there's a feminine here holding a pink rose. You can't see it, but there are masculine hands reaching out. And this feminine, her expression looks like she's contemplating if this masculine deserves this rose, if they're going to value the rose that she's going to give. Or she, on the flip side, could be considering, is this rose good enough for this particular masculine? Pleasure, that is a sacral chakra thing. And so now we're utilizing our emotions, our sensitivities, our turn-ons or not. At this level of mastery, when something turns us on or doesn't turn us on, so to speak, you know, we either emotionally vibe with it or we don't. That's a huge indicator of reciprocity. So in that sense, we're using all of our senses to know and to run our sensory read, you know, the 6 senses, the 5 senses and the 6th, through divine guidance. So what are we getting, feminines, regarding this? The Hanged One and 10 of Pentacles. So there is some deliberation right now. Feminines are starting to look at opportunities knocking as balanced, free from the control paradigms where lust gets in the way, or even where we over sexualize things. This is a very mature understanding of long-term benefit, that the feminines are in this fine line, knowing that anything on the surface can be misconstrued or authentic. And the feminines are very much setting this intention to run choices that could affect the long term through crown chakra, through connection to source. And the criteria seems to be, will this hinder or promote genuine pleasure in my life? Will this create ultimate, grounded, real, practical happiness going forward? So feminines, when we're collaborating with the masculines, this is the ultimate test, is, does it turn you on or not? Masculines, what's going on here? Oh, wow. Literally same card. 10 of Pentacles for the masculines too. And this more than friendship. So I'm hearing this friendship energy might start off... Oh, puppy. This friendship energy, or the ambiguity about friendship or about the intentions, it might start off as friendship and deepen into something more. But everybody's looking at foundation building for the long term. So masculines are really wanting the feminine sweetness right now. This isn't a red rose, it's a pink rose. So the masculines are wanting to promote long-term joy, authentic pleasure, foundation. I'm hearing that the masculines don't want to rush into something prematurely. And so there's this sort of friendship vibe. But we've seen that over the last month, and now it's starting to allude to a little bit more here. But masculines still want to experience your sweetness, that chaste energy, not necessarily the sexual things. They want the real essence that's not just the sultry or seductive. They want your genuine self, feminines. And it is more than friends, but they want to see you for who you really are, and they really want higher guidance to show them the depth of you I just heard. So they really want to get to know you. They don't want to rush into something too fast and forego knowing who you really are and what you actually envision, what actually is of priority to you. Everybody wants long-term success here, and on the crown chakra, it's like everybody is wanting to take it slow and authentically here. What can we see for the third eye? Yeah, this is a not too fast kind of, it's not necessarily guarded. This can be the wounded healer, wounded warrior, but there is a real focus on the passion, the Ace of Wands, the purpose path going forward. So also tranquility, patience, and disillusion. So there are still things that are falling away. Everybody's aware of the karmic things that need to still play out and be released fully. That is a prerequisite to stepping onto the highest timelines though. And intuitively, we've got this Temple of Amethystia, which is meditation. this indigo color, violet on the third eye. That is this very intuitive collaboration that the counterparts are focusing on the future, on soul passion, and that kind of drive. I heard ambition, that has to do with energetic backing, alignment, and purpose. So there's some more taking it slow and really I heard dotting the I's, crossing the T's, but really enjoying the process, bringing the joy in, not rushing, feeling it when it gets a little bit of a speed wobble, and chilling out so that it can be fully grasped, understood together. How are the feminines experiencing this? Okay, we have Two of Swords, Two of Pentacles. So the eclipses, food for thought since the eclipses. The feminines have been in deep meditation in a different way. Usually the Two of Pentacles can be a juggling card. This is very much head and heart in alignment, and dropping deep within for the actual awareness. This is the most sincere and practical that I've ever felt the feminine's alignment. There isn't a lot of limerence in this, or getting ahead of oneself, or wishful thinking, or deluding themselves here. This is really authentically looking at synergy and togetherness, the moon and the sun, the masculine and the feminine here, and this head-heart alignment. There's a statement, a mission statement here from the feminine saying, if it doesn't feel balanced, good and right and true, peaceful, appropriate, I'm not here for it. And so instead of rushing, instead of wanting to get to an end goal, instead of being full of assumptions or expectations, good, bad filters of any sort, feminines are taking a very grounded approach to the things that they are intuitively processing. How about the masculines? Nine of Wands and the Eight. Wow, this is the Nine of Wands to clarify. So masculines are really experts at taking things slow. You know, feminines, so many times on this journey, there's been this feeling of, why are the masculines dragging their heels? What is the problem with the masculines? Why are they so slow? Why is this so painstaking? Well, that is changing, because this gridlock in their minds, they are getting out of that. They are seeing ways forward now. It does have to do primarily with you also coming into this level of balance, feminines. And now the coast is clear where masculines can move this forward. I'm seeing the masculines having, you know, fallen in love first and thought about some of the logistics and kind of run ahead, and like looking back at the feminines going, okay, coast is clear, come on, catch up. And, you know, now that the feminines are in this, they're catching what the masculines have been trying to say. But before, they're like, where did my masculine go? What the heck? Where's my masculine? And meanwhile, the masculine's like, psst, 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 over here, this way. So yeah, masculines, that's really cool. So somehow you're now catching your feminine's attention in a different way. Your frequency. This is, okay, what an interesting message. So masculines, you may have felt like you were trying to psst, psst, to your feminine a lot of times in the past, and they just weren't picking up on what you were throwing down. Your heart has now come into more of an alignment. It's not just analytical anymore. And so now there is a potency to your psst, psst, that your feminine is actually like, huh? Did I just hear something? And they're actually looking at the things you're gesturing now because you're including emotion. Oh, masculine, I'm going to do this to you. Wow. Super cool. So I don't know if you guys just caught that, but there is a head-heart balance and analytical aspect the feminines are including, and that emotion that the masculines are including. There's a tranquility that's coming in because it's more well-rounded, full picture, holistic, intuitive, instinct and intuition. We're getting both here. Throat chakra, sun, temple of the moon goddess, sun and moon. That's a mighty cosmic pairing. The sun is this very conscious, enlightened understanding. Temple of the moon goddess says emotional transparency, nurturance, and grace. The feminines typically need to come into grace before the masculines' code is cracked and the emotional transparency comes to light. So there is something on the throat chakra here that's going to be communicated, and it's going to be this free flow of emotion. So if you're not in communication, energetically, things are going to feel possible and you're going to find the route to come back into communication. I say that because, viewer, you are manifesting your reality. And a lot of times on this journey, you do need to activate towards what you are seeking. What you want is wanting you. And if you are passive, what you want will be passive. If you confidently go towards what you know is for you, it will confidently come towards you. There is communication coming. For those who are in communication, you're going to get a pleasant surprise. There's going to be something coming that will assure you. The sun is the most positive reassurance in the deck. And so there is something coming to light that you have, I heard, hard won and deserve in this connection. For those who are further into union and talking about living situations, finances, co-parenting, how you feel about marriage, those kinds of conversations, there's going to be more brainstorming, more in-depth communication that really focus on nurture and promoting win-win and fostering growth between counterparts. For the feminines, what can we see? 8 of Wands. So this is like I told you so kind of energy is what I'm getting from this. This is a card of unrequited love or missed opportunities. In the inverse like this, it's coming back around, second chances, and the energetic telepathic knowing of the 8 of Wands. This is like feminines, yeah, you knew it. You knew that things would open up at this next level. You just knew it wasn't the last time that you were going to interact with your person. You just knew it wasn't, just simple friendship here. You knew it was something more. And you also have been knowing, if it's the case that you're coming into further union, you've also been feeling and designing and having energetic breakthroughs prior to these conversations coming in. Masculines, Temperance and Knight of Swords. So masculines are very much understanding that now that there is more transparency, more emotional transparency, and more conscious conversation coming in, the masculines have never before been so obviously aware that their lack of communication went hand in hand with their need for healing and balancing out. And so this time, this incubation, this spaciousness that the masculines have been afforded by their beautiful counterparts that have been unconditionally loving has allowed the masculines to balance out, to really get in touch with their emotions and to tap into safety. They have felt so nurtured by you, divine feminines. There's been so much patience and grace. And so masculines are very much wanting to honor and respect as you have honored and respected them. What beautiful connections that everybody's been deepening, even sight unseen, or, you know, such telepathic, energetic progress. It's so beautiful. Okay, heart space. Wow, this is like really allowing the truth of this love and this connection to wash over us and to really saturate ourselves in the good feeling. I know today I've had multiple waves of heartwarming, I don't know, maybe flutters. I've had a few times. I've just been in love with the nature of reality. I've had a few pulses of that. It's like galactic radiation coming in and warming and melting my heart, which has coincided with some beautiful external energies emerging. Okay, and seal of harmonic order. Yeah, there just seems to be a harmony. All is right in the world, I just heard. So if you haven't experienced this today, after you listen to this reading or just now, pause it and sit there and see if you can feel that warmth in your heart chakra that just wants to get you to open up like this. Even put your hands in the victory V and like up, look up to the heavens and reach for it and allow it to come down, I'm hearing, because it's coming in for us right now. Harmony, cooperation, and dynamic interaction. So on the heart space, there's a deep affinity, a deep alignment. This does speak of mutual acknowledgement of the affection, appreciation, affinity that the two share. And it transcends words, I'm hearing. It's a frequency. It's a harmonic chord being struck. And when you know, you know. And so it is sort of enveloping the counterparts today. Pop it in the comments if you have felt this warmth, heart opening today. For the feminines, okay, here's that Four of Cups for the second time that we just got with the I told you so energy. So even though there's so much unconditional love backing all of the history here, everything that we've gone through is only so we can love more. It has also been a prerequisite for the learning, the karma clearing, the healing that gets channeled into further life purpose. And I just heard the things the world has not yet seen that are going to come through these unions and the passion projects, the abundance into the world, the abundant solutions and progress and love that is going to come through these unions. So the Ace of Wands is that higher timeline, the passion, the purpose. In the inverse like this, there is this sense of the becoming and the feminines having this reality washing through them that indeed there is a building of momentum happening that they can feel. Deep meditation here, alignment of the chakras, very much in meditation, getting this inflow of cosmic energies. For some, there might be downloads, new kind of momentum for projects going forward, starting to get nudges of what the next steps need to be to prepare. Something like that. Feminines It could also feel for some that you are at peace with not being in communication, or at peace with the way things are, or at peace at the rate that things are unfolding. There seems to be just a genuine acceptance in the energy I'm feeling. What about for the masculines? Ooh, yeah, the Empress and the Five of Wands, both in the inverse. So the masculines know this is coming as well. The Empress is the abundance. And it's sort of like mirroring this inverted. The Five of Wands in this position is really where the masculines are taking control of the things that really don't matter, that don't hold power. It's like the masculines are saying that thing I channeled the other day where other readers I've heard recently are saying that if people have anything negative to say about these connections, that the masculines are going to stand up for it. And if people persist against it, the masculines will be releasing those individuals from their lives. It just is going to be that way. The masculines are saying yes to these unions. They are saying yes to the timing of things. They are saying yes to their abundance, and they are saying no to people who do not support or affirm what the masculines are proclaiming in choosing their higher timelines. So yeah, the masculines know that if someone does not have the discernment to validate or affirm or believe in the masculines being able to make a decision like this through authentic, grounded, valid reasons, then those people will be released. And that's not something that the masculines have taken lightly, but they will not think twice about it when they do that, because it's an energetic mismatch. And because the masculines know themselves very well, they also now know that they don't need to give second chances to those who simply actually do not align with who the masculines are. Some of our greatest teachers are karmic partners who don't understand us at all, who actually do not have any kind of affinity for what we are about, but they have agendas. And so those kinds of affiliations, associations, will cause great resistance in our lives, because it will look on the surface that there is a connection, but under the surface there is an opposition. And so masculines are very much being grateful for the oppositions now, because it has in part helped them prove to themselves their worthiness. And now that they know their worthiness, they are going towards their empresses, and they are releasing anyone who does not get it. Whoa, they are completely surrendering to the harmony here. And they know that discord is an indication of a lack of harmony, and those can go now. Anything that promotes this degree of harmony and resonance in their life, now they're really talking. They're on to something. So yeah, masculines have they've gotten more clarity, and it's on this heart space. What is the solar plexus chakra? Okay, transition. Yes, we're going from one life to another. So this is going to be a continued exodus out of old lives, living situations, careers, friend groups, family dynamics. Some are leaving different religions and going into different spiritual paths than they have been in. You name it, moving countries. There's so many major life changes coming in, and absolute necessary endings, and everyone sort of just going towards the light. Whatever that shift is for everybody watching, you are all going towards what is more truly empowering to you than what has made you feel stuck and playing small. This is leaving the karmic lives, going towards your higher timelines. Spiritual strength, virtue, and valor. It takes mastery to leave our known universe and all things that aren't a fit, to follow our soul path of destiny. And so this is a deeply spiritually empowering rite of passage. How are the feminines experiencing this? Queen of Wands in the Tower, exactly, life-changing. You're stepping into it, feminines. You are stepping into your full-on embodiment, and no one can say anything else about it. You're coming into peace in the midst of the storm, the eye of the storm. You're walking in that empowerment. The elementals are in your favor, and everything is about to change. This is even the cyclone. This is like the top view of this volcano. And right down, see that white? That's the peace. That's the dove. It's in the heart. So feminines, you have known this has been the silent thunder under the surface that's been guiding you. You're opening portals, feminines. Expect miracles, I just heard. Wow. And the masculines, are you kidding me? Wow. We got the King of Wands to match the Queen of Wands here on this empowerment timeline. So everybody truly is stepping into their spiritual valor. Feminines are changing something up right now. I'm hearing not everyone's going to be happy about this, but feminines, do what you're guided to do, because this is you going towards your highest. Nobody else is walking in your shoes but you. There is going to be a blameless route. Just, you will find it, feminines. Stay focused. See this massive portal to the higher dimensions. Don't negate that. Include it. Run it through. Run every choice and thought through your heart and higher guidance. But you've got this. You will find the path of peace. And for the masculines, we get the Wheel of Fortune in the inverse. So masculines, it's coming. Major fortune is coming. Abundant energy coming. The Empress energy coming as you align. But this is divine timing. So wait for it, masculines. Be diligent to watch for these opportunities that will bring you fully into alignment. And it has to do with you proving, this is your proving ground of your spiritual strength. When you're attuned to divine timing, you will be embodying this impeccable, infallible, unadulterated passion, forward motion, affinity, alignment with your feminine. So you're going through a transformation where everything that has prevented you from being this shaman leader in your life and basically being the man, masculines, this is the final hour, I just heard. So everything is going to click into place. It's like the wheel is about to turn. What can we see on the sacral chakra? 5 of chalices and hydrogen atom. Consciousness, beginning, and faith. So that's 0 point. We've mastered the sacral chakra spectrum, everybody. This is that 0 point. That is the middle path, the mastery of the sacral chakra. The 2 shall be left standing. Dry your weary eyes. Tears. Everybody, look at the love. We've come to the 0 point on the sacral chakra, which is the sexual, spiritual axis. We now have attuned to the subtlety of the quantum. That means the seat of manifestation. So because we have sifted the sexual, spiritual energies, we are now being entrusted with that potent seat of manifestation that has to do with the love. True love on the sacral chakra is the Holy Grail through the twin flame path of mastery, through relationship mastery, through spiritual mastery in relationships. How are the feminines? Okay, 3 of Pentacles and Ace of Swords. So feminines, you're going to get some good news about things moving forward in the physical, in alignment with love. So again, expect miracles and go towards what you're guided to do at this time. These major foundational changes, this empowered way of moving. To an outside, to an onlooker, it may look all of a sudden. But feminines, you are not naive. You are picking up on things that others have not learned to attune to yet. And so you will be sure, you will have at least 2 personal confirmations that are in alignment with love. With every decision you make in the 3D, you will have things coming into alignment. This is like the universe itself guiding you in the directions you need to be going. This is a full-on dedicating your life to navigating in the 3D through this higher guidance, signs, synchronicities, empowerment, wisdom. And this is you centered and focused on this quantum. There is a message for some that are not emotionally balanced, still too much in the grieving about feeling like the love is lost with your counterpart. Be careful not to manifest any kind of lower vibrational patterns that you know you're outgrowing right now. That was a special message because this potent manifestation is about manifesting when you are aware of the love and you're in that higher frequency. It's not for some that still need to clear some of the mourning and the sadness and the fear. Wait until you've cleared the fear. However, the act of, running all of these higher decisions through higher guidance and the heart does dispel the fear. And it is becoming a way of life. How about the masculines? 3 of Swords and King of Cups. So this is emotional mastery, emotional transparency, and not wanting to recreate heartache. So masculines are also taking a look at the grieving. I do feel on the sacral chakra, this is like sexual healing. This is even without the sexual healing, because we saw that pink rose in the beginning with the reciprocity, there is a friendship. There is a, this talks about the 3 of Cups and then the 2 of Cups, just like we had at the beginning with the 3 of Cups in the inverse. Same message, that there are going to be communication. There's going to be conversation. There's going to be both counterparts sharing any kind of uncertainties, voicing that out, being transparent so that heartache is not reproduced here, so that both are speaking out truth. And this isn't even empty promises and saying things just to say them. These are genuine, heartfelt, baseline things volunteered by both that hold empathy, compassion, insight, wisdom, and being extended to each other in this incredibly intimate way. There is a ground zero that the counterparts are going to be communicating from, where there are no imbalances established, where it has been reduced to nothing, so it can be built anew together, one step at a time, one brick at a time, authentically. This is 0 point. So for many, this is counterparts coming together for a completely radically new start, not dragging anything from the past. So there's either been time passed here, or there has been just a huge acknowledgement of individual growth, first person sharing the rites of passage we've all been through, the acknowledgement of the awakening that we've each had, the consciousness, this new beginning, the faith that's been instilled. This is where we are not trusting each other in so much as we have learned to trust ourselves, and now we're able to tell the other what that sacred embodiment is and what it means to us and who we now are. That is different than making another person a pledge or a promise. This is 2 people knowing that they've come into balance in their own right, and therefore understanding with maturity that it's not even possible anymore to be reckless, careless, insensitive, rude, manipulative, immature. These are two very, very mutual, wise, healed souls I'm feeling in this. There is a recognition that there is still a period of time where releasing needs to happen and this new beginning can be established. Again, I'm getting this lack of a rush. There's a peaceful feeling here. What can we see for the root chakra? Seeker of crystals and seal of evolutionary colors, progressive awareness, multidirectional change. Seeker of crystals is the page of coins, which is this present, can be a root chakra energy. It can be conception. It can be an offer. It can be a new situation. With multidirectional change and progressive awareness, it's also the seal of the physical realm. So this can be the initiation of the forever relationship, life partnership, even if there isn't a vocalized agreement that that's what's happening, we are seeing it seeded. The seed is being planted in the physical here. On the root chakra, that means I'm hearing through Capricorn season, we're planting the seed of what will come. That looking back on this time frame, there will be a very clear acknowledgement of how things have begun to change from this season onward. In hindsight, we'll look back now and see how monumental this Capricorn season is going to be, I just heard. What about for the feminines? Here's that 3D and the Ace of Pentacles. So right now, feminines, you're going to be getting, here's the same card, 3 of Coins. You're going to be getting this information, signs, synchronicities, if it's not direct communication, but from multiple sources, multiple indicators are going to be coming in. Feminines, it's going to be about this new beginning. So everybody is going to get something in the 3D, in the material realm, that alludes to what is going to come next. This is my root chakra card as well, the Ace of Pentacles. So this is a prosperous new beginning. So obviously take it how it resonates for you and use your discernment. But I'm hearing everyone who's watching this is going to have an inkling in the next little while about what is coming next. In the physical, in your life, in your scenario. Everybody's going to be aware of what the next step of unfolding is going to be. So feminines, yes, stay present to it and just know there are potentially some pretty big life changes coming up in the near future. I'm hearing many of the things are going to fall into place, and for some that are coming into an increase of union energies, your masculine is going to be a part of this multi-directional change, and you're going to have a more progressive awareness of how it's been working behind the scenes. There's a bit of a reveal. So whichever stage you're on, you're going to start seeing how much work your masculine has been putting in, even without being in communication. Likewise, feminines, you've been working on things behind the scenes as well that will look like they've just magically fallen into place when the timing is right, even to your masculine. Friends and family, you watch, everybody. The counterparts are suddenly going to be in these full-on new expressions in their lives, and everyone will say, when did this happen? How did this happen? And so many questions will come to light because the counterparts will know. We've known. We all know what we've been doing under the surface, behind the scenes. And it's about to be revealed again to community, to friend groups, to family groups. Masculines, 10 of Cups with their Queen of Wands. So yeah, masculines are very much reveling in this reveal, the landing, the grounding of this process. I know these look like two male lions on the Queen of Wands here, but I'm getting one is the masculine, one is the feminine. The ancestors, Aho, have been communicating. So for each counterpart, there is a shared ancestral influence. There is an ancestor for all counterparts that has been helping orchestrate. I'm actually going to pull a card from the ancestor that the masculines have been experiencing as a spirit, a conscious spirit guide. So the masculines have been consciously talking to an ancestor, and that ancestor has been helping the masculines bring these unions in, and has been, so I'm hearing whoever this ancestor is that's been either consciously or unconsciously in conjunction with the masculines, they have been speaking to this ancestor about happiness, about grounding happiness. And the ancestor has been saying to the masculines that they have their blessing. So some of the ancestor have been giving the masculines their blessing. Interesting. Okay, authenticity is the message from the ancestors. Release self-doubt. So the masculines have been getting this message from the ancestors. Release self-doubt, masculines. Embrace the challenges that love brings, masculines. Embody your full uniqueness and understand nobody has to walk your path but you. And they are saying to the masculines that part of their uniqueness is this very extraordinary pairing with their feminine. And it's not a regular connection. These are extraordinary connections, and the ancestors are telling the masculines that. Wow, you are perfect as you are. So the ancestors are also saying to the masculines, you're never going to be more ready than now. It's time. You've got this. And the masculines are also being told, choose your own path, masculines. It's your path alone. The ancestors are saying, not your mom, not your dad, not me. Whomever the masculines are concerned about the approval of, the ancestors are saying, it's your path. And the ancestors are saying to their masculine family member, have courage. It is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. And they're also saying, because you are on this precipice with these options, with this potential laid out before you, that is why you know it is for you, because you are standing looking at it, masculines. And so, yes, the ancestors are telling the masculines, embrace everything that is you, because it is yours alone. Wow. Okay, let's get one card for the feminines, because we do have... So let's see what the masculine's ancestral guide would say to you, feminines. Okay, the ancestors are saying thank you for thinking of that, for picking up on that. What would the ancestors say to the feminines about this stage of the journey? Perfection. The ancestors would say, reclaim your innocence, feminines. Don't worry that as this comes in, your masculine is going to take advantage. Reclaim your innocence before you were hurt, before life happened to you, before you were bogged down by the weight of the world. Come back into the garden, feminines. Come back into love. Come back into abundance. You've got this. They're saying you are a child of the universe. The universe is like, hey. So the ancestors would say, feminines, that the universe shines favorably upon you. Wow. Remember your spiritual essence, feminines. Your worthiness is soul deep. It is not your physical alone. Although, divine feminines, you are some of the most beautiful, radiant souls going. Because you've got it right. You've got your priorities right. And your love light shines through your life, through you. And that is true beauty. And see the divinity in all beings. See the divinity in your masculine. See the divinity in the ancestors. See the divinity in your family, friends, circumstances, karmic partners, children, ancestors. See the divinity in all of it. Everything in existence has been deemed worthy of being in existence. As difficult as some of it is, it's all here, and we are here, and we are getting better. We are healing. We are progressing. We are doing it. And the ancestors say, keep going. Aho. Whoa. Many blessings. Bye for now.